couple thousand miles, throw it on the dash. Shit, the 10,000 hours, can't let them pass. Yeah, well, I was putting time in, you was pulled up wildin'. You always had shit to say, now when I see you it's silence. Thought I'd have a Grammy by 25. Commas after commas next to dollar sign, yeah. Remind myself why I'm living this life. Look at all the late nights, it'll all come in due time, yeah.
Made for the fight, for the pain and the climb. Tied to the life I chose. Stay through the night, another day, not a dime. Race against time, yeah. I couldn't just lay by and wonder what I could have made mine. I'm closing on the moment, no one's gonna hold me down. From getting
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door, I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home, a couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
don't ever lose. Put the evil in the devil and I'm let it loose. I'm an earthquake, make your bones shake. There's no question I'm the king, I always dominate. A force to be reckoned with, better remember it. Look at what I can do, walking all over you. Incredible, it's criminal. I never lose, I'm bulletproof. Best in the game, we all know my name. Can't run now, it's too late. Got winning in my blood, in my DNA. It's destiny, it's fate. Unbreakable, unbeatable, undefeatable, I'm invincible. Unbreakable, unbeatable, undefeatable, I'm invincible. I'm bulletproof, don't ever lose. Put the evil in the devil and I'm let it loose. I'm an earthquake, make your bones shake. There's no question I'm the king, I always dominate. A force to be reckoned with, better remember it. Look at what I can do, walking all over you. Incredible, it's criminal. I never lose, I'm bulletproof.
You feel like something new. You feel like something. You feel like something new. You feel like something. Don't just stop it. Doing what you do. When I lay back, feel like something. You feel like something new. You feel like something. I feel like I'm in another galaxy. Take my time in your eternity. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Feel like something new.
Welcome to another season of the ESL Challenger League here in Season 49, where those up on high have made a noted improvement hiding our faces, keeping it away from you. I'm Darth Mike. This is Mr. JRTV. John.
I'm doing pretty well, actually. I'm looking forward to getting started with this season. We've been, we've had a few changes to the team list, but I'm also looking forward to seeing some new faces.
Yeah, it is an interesting one for sure. Some of the big dogs have withdrawn from this season since they'll be spending more time in Europe. And with the change to the VRS invitation systems for Pro League in particular, starting not this season but next season, you are going to see a little bit more of an opportunity to make it through without necessarily playing in the lower divisions. But that does open up space, right, for teams that are looking to prove themselves, for teams that are looking to rise up through the ranks to make it through this time. This is our format. We've got our group stage, 16 teams, single group. Everybody plays everybody in 2 BO1s, each BO1 counting independently of the other. The top 10 teams then advance into the playoffs with the distribution that you can see in that middle column. Then we have a double elim bracket with some teams starting up top, some teams starting down below, depending on their placement, all leading to a BO5 grand final.
Yeah, no, it's going to be great, honestly. I'm looking forward to seeing which teams are going to rise to the top. And, we still have some big names here. We still have Nouns, still have the Party Astronauts that come to mind immediately. And, well, we are going to see the Party Astronauts playing right here, as you can see on your screen, up against a newcomer. I was talking about the new faces in Akimbo, Mike, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing what Akimbo can do at the ECL level. I've seen them play in advanced and other tournaments, and honestly, they're a very wild team in the way they play, exceptionally aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of NACS, we've got Mongolian CS.
Yes.
You're not going to play Mongolian CS. Mongolian CS will come to you. And that's what Akimbo brings to the table. Not the story discipline CS that we've seen at times from Mongols. No, this is a little bit wilder, as you said. We've got our prize placing there, $80,000 on the line in sum total, distributed as you see in front of you. So that first place prize definitely would go a long way to giving you a little shoot up the VRS rankings, as well as a nice little payday. Pay some rent, pay some bills, maybe a couple months of rent. Depends on where you live, John.
Indeed. So, we do have our Kadea player to watch here, Mike, and it's Walco, the newest Party Astronaut. He did have a stint on the Party Astronauts a little while ago. It was only for a few days, but he was on the squad. Then he went over to NRG, and I mean, things didn't exactly go his way. I think there was a good story towards the end of his time there where they won one tournament. It felt like a good sign for them, and then he was replaced. Then he took some time off, so he's coming back from that, rejoining up with the Party Astronauts, and I'm curious to see how things are going to go because I don't believe he's going to be the primary IGL, and that will be for the first time in his career.
Yeah, I actually got an opportunity to talk to Daps a little bit about that decision. And, essentially what it was that Nitro became available, right? And that while they thought that Welco probably could develop into a top-end IGL in North America, it was, we've already got one. Why? We've got a top-end IGL at home, except it's actually, Captain America on that line. I'm very excited to see Welco in this, because as you alluded to, that brief stint he spent in this roster, secondary calling to Ben Lee, what we see when Welco's taken off of the primary IGLing duties is we see Welco the Fragger really shine. He's a guy who, when he can think about his own positioning, his own crosshair, can absolutely rip heads. And sometimes when he's burdened by the weight of trying to maneuver and position his team and make it all work, that's where you see the individual performance fall off. And I think with that primarily in Ben Leet's court, you're going to see a Welco that can shine as an individual here.
Yeah, no question. I mean, we're going to be going on to Ancient here as our first map again, guys. It's BO2, so we got one map here, and the next one won't be Ancient, but it'll be one of the other 6. But yeah, no, Walco definitely showed me signs of his fragging prowess, even on RBG, going all the way back to those days. He was starting to get better and better on the latter part of that team's moment, I would say, in the spotlight. And then moved on in his career, and I still found it that he was able to contribute at key moments. But I do agree with you, Mike. Once that pressure is off his shoulders of calling, I think we're going to see something special. And I think Party Astronauts obviously believe that as well, having picked him up. And of course, I don't know if you already mentioned it, Mike, but Axe has joined as the coach of this roster, who also worked with Walco in the past.
That's another good one. I think it is just interesting that, to me, Walco is a guy who thrives the most in stability in both the rosters that he could call and as a player, right? Where once there's that comfort level, once there's that knowledge of what everyone's going to do and how they're going to play, everything can click. And just the reality of functioning as a North American Counter-Strike player at anything below a sub-top level is stability is hard to come by. So that's always been a little bit of a challenge. But I do think this PA squad can really make some noise. And there's a guy we haven't even mentioned yet, who's maybe, the newest member playing at this level. It's OG Wizard, right? A guy who's absolutely flown up through the ranks on that Opping, was previously on the lag team that was kind of rivals with the predecessor to Akimbo, G3, at a lot of North American lands. He's a guy who's really turned some heads.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, OG Wizard has been a player, even when he was part of Lag, he was their best player. Even when things weren't going well, you could see the flashes from him. And since he joined the party Astronauts, he has impressed significantly. I mean, look, sometimes the numbers haven't necessarily been there, but I think the party Astronauts, if there's one thing they struggle with, it's playing with a lead. And I think that oftentimes they'll find themselves doing quite well, and then they'll have a 7-2 lead, for example, and it'll all slip away, and suddenly you're looking at a very close match. So I think oftentimes his stats could suffer because of that, but still, OG Wizard is definitely an opper that's been on the up and coming, and I think he'll continue to be as this season goes on. Here we go, round number 1.
Round number 1, indeed. We got the solo player Donut. Otherwise, it's a full stack towards B. They are calling a shot, and they're calling wrong. But up through the red room, ooh, this could still be headed towards the B site. There's a lot of utility coming in. That's going to trigger the rotation, but now they're going to see everybody coming on down. This is the superhighway of the round. It's a brawl right here and now. The Molotov is putting them in a tough spot. Look at that damage. If they're anything but Glocks, it'd be real trouble for Akimbo right now, but Glocks it is, and the A site player gone. It's a bomb plant, can now be defended. It's all about the retake. There's a kit. Cameron's retrieved that. Cameron, the sort of odd one out here. The lone U.S. flag on this roster. See if he can make it happen here. He does indeed. Obi serving as the distraction. Now smoke on. They're just going to tap this. This is going to stick. Good luck. Get it with the Glocks.
I think he's got it.
Glocks. Oh, they did not expect the kit. Not at all. Timing offset. And Cameron even gets one to bring into the next round with him.
Oh, that's rough for the party Astronauts, honestly. A nice plant getting onto that A site, but Akimbo not wasting any time getting back in towards that retake. Cameron, in particular, gets one, goes to defusal, and even gets Walco on the tail end afterwards. So well done from Akimbo to get that defusal, but we are going to see a buy-up coming through the party Astronauts because of the investment. One thing that surprised me, Mike, is we saw a lot of organizations getting involved, TSM, and Nouns picking up new players, Complexity even. And one player that got overlooked is in the server right now, and it surprised me, as N2O is going to get the opener on Walco. It's Fang. I thought Fang was going to get picked up by an organization or snatched away, but it didn't happen.
Did TSM ever actually do it?
I think they did. I'm not sure.
Don't.
Maybe I'm just, I maybe got too excited. But
There was a lot of talk.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's happening or not. A little unclear on that one.
Either way, I think the moves that were made, by other teams like Nouns in particular and Complexity. I mean, I know Fang has had his stints on higher end teams, but still, it just felt like he was a name that got overlooked.
There's definitely a degree of that. Oh, nice double spray down, but Fang, the man you've been highlighting, gets a chance to clutch. The 1v2, the bomb now planted. When he's got time with the smoke still up, things working in his favor. Util and the gunshots, close succession. Does Fang realize they're both on this side? He's going to clear out the B ramp, give himself room to play from, and he's getting more and more confident. He's putting these pieces together. Wants to avoid them running him down. Cameron's still alive, so should note there's a kit. Spotted the one. They don't know where he is. Cameron on the stick. There's the one. Knows where the second's coming from. But can't put the shot together. And Laxi's aggression will pay off. Not hesitating and taking that fight straight to Fang on the ramp.
I thought Fang played it well, honestly. Falls back to the ramp, as you mentioned, clears up all that space, so it allows him to, feel comfortable that no one's going to be on his flank, or it's extremely unlikely. Goes up, takes a good fight against the bomb diffuser, but gets caught in that corner on ramp, and it's really difficult to find your way out after you get stuck into the corner and the other player knows you're there, and, well, you saw exactly what happened. I mean, the MP9 just too fast and dealt with Fang at that close range engagement. 2-0 for Akimbo. We go into round number 3, and the party Astronauts are going to invest here again. We'll see if it works out for them. Fang already eliminated by N2O, as Akimbo, I already mentioned it, like to take some early fights. Ben gets one, not a second. Laxi with the trade, although he does take a lot of damage in that engagement.
Yeah, the dink on is kind of enticing. You're getting into this tough situation where you're getting consistent bomb plants, so you're thinking, all right, we can put a little skin in this. We can put a little skin in this. We got these close. Admittedly, if you could just break one of these rounds through for Party Astronauts, Akimbo would be in a tough spot. But a man advantage here. Soft A-site control. They're comfortable to play that because you're not expecting PA to have a lot in terms of utility. And in fact, they've just got the one smoke to try and get an A-bomb plant down. So with nobody securing the flank, with nobody going to check spawn, it does seem like barring something significant, this should still finish A. Looks like they want to wait for the elbow smoke, then take a little bit of space in towards mid, maybe see if those guns can be retrieved. And they're correct. Akimbo have completely given it up. There's a spot out on the A main player, and that's going to prompt them forward. And look at the rotation from Akimbo. There's still 30 seconds on the clock. They're now starting to look in towards mid. That's Sai. Just giving it a little look-see. Oh, Party Astronauts might have missed their window on this one. Can't get their hands on the guns. Do get their hands on a kill, though, and that could tilt the scales. Akimbo, time is low, but the bodies are dropping. They need to get this bomb down and planted. That means they have to kill Cameron. He has been a thorn in their side. Dancing around the boxes with that kill should secure it just on time. I don't think Walco can get this done, and the nade. Oh, yep, not enough time. Not enough clock. Can't get it done. Rifle will be saved. And with that, Obi's financially going to be in a tough position, but this still should be workable.
Yeah, I think that's just getting down to a 1v1 shows that, well, I mean, Party Astronaut's probably going to invest again here. That previous round wasn't a full investment, but it was more than I was expecting. And again here, they're going to have 4 AKs and a Galil. Good utility. On the other side, Akimbo, kind of low as well in terms of their money. Yes, they're winning all the rounds, but this one could certainly determine how the remainder of this first half plays out, depending on who wins it. Party Astronauts going to take a little bit of space towards B. 3 players heading in that direction. The other 2 are leaning and lurking over at connector. I should say mid. And outside of A main. Cameron wants to push down the ramp, already has. Staring down at that smoke. A little bit of spam connects. The smoke pop is good. And Walco can't really connect on a frag there. He does get Obi down to 69 HP. Look at this pressure they're applying, Mike. Oh my goodness. N2O gets one onto Viz.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want. You finally have the util to go for it. It is a little bit of a risk because now you're going to be mostly drained. There's one smoke available. There's no Molotovs. But you have gained the space. You have gained that pick that you wanted. And we see PA. They don't have a lot in the arsenal themselves. So, again, they're kind of milling about, waiting for a smoke to fade. Oh, waiting for an over an extension. And there, they get it. But Laxi still gets the kill. Finally going to be traded out. Here's that duel in towards middle. And, oh, OG Wizard delivers. Whoa. Both players go down so very low, but now tag onto OB. Ben Lee never expected that swing. That is the thing about playing Akimbo. You've always got to be ready for that next swing. And here it comes. There's the clear up. This time it's OG Wizard to initiate. He'll get the numbers punched in, and Cameron's left to try and clutch. Finds the first, brings it into a 1v1. Saw where that smoke came from as well, so it's a good idea of where OG Wizard's positioned. It's going to be a headshot or bust for OG Wizard. Cameron with a little bit of time to play for. Goes back. He's looking for a kit, maybe? It's going to be a full 10-second right now, unless there's a kit right down on those boxes. As that smoke fades, here comes the shots. There's the tag. Cameron's got it. And he's got time enough. Kit aplenty. Another clutch coming through for Akimbo.
Yeah, the one concern I had for PA is they lost their healthy player in that 3v2 to make it a 2v2, and then you had 2 below, I think it was 35 HP combined. So that was the biggest issue. They did get a great first one onto the site, which I didn't necessarily expect. I thought the positioning was good from Akimbo, but then Cameron at the end plays it so well, knows that there's a kit dropped in the site, so he's a little more patient than he otherwise would have been. and you get that last one to make it 4-0. Yeah, I mean, you're seeing what got Akimbo to this point, right? This just very aggressive style of play in your face. And PA is just having trouble dealing with it at this point. Now they're going to back off a little bit, although they do charge up mid. PA is trying to get onto this B site quickly. OG Wizard with one immediate trade from Zai, who's going to get two more. Yep, lines him up, knocks him down, and everything is falling the way of Akimbo.
PA is trying to go for this fast, scrappy style, and Akimbo is just having none of it. Individual step-ups again and again. I mean, this time they just line up for him. Barely has to move the mouse for that double spray down. That is tough work. And finally, for Akimbo, it's a healthy round, John. They've got some money. They've got the util. They've got 4 kits. I mean, what luxury this is.
Yeah, this is finally, like you said, settling down a little bit economically. Akimbo is feeling good. PA is on a half buy. They've got a MAC-10 in the mix in Viz's hands, but everyone else is sticking with pistols. N2O gonna get some spam, and there is Zai again telling them, hey, you guys might not want to come towards this B site because I am locking it down. 4K for Zai. Fang, the last one standing.
He's gonna get the ace.
Yes.
Yeah, he does indeed. Off the USP for the last ace acquired for Zai. Heating up. Multi-kill in the last. Full ace in this. Party Astronauts, yeah, time to take the timeout. Because holy calzone, this one has not started well for you. It started close, right? Enough rounds where you're thinking, we just need to crack one. We just need to crack one. Well, those days are gone. You have stuck your face in the blender for the last 2, and now it's time to reassess. They were playing slow behind the smokes in the early rounds. They swapped to the faster style, trying to get those quick B hits. Zai says no. So now back to the drawing board, John.
Yeah. Oh, this is not great for the Party Astronauts, even though it was just the pistols in that previous round. By the way, for those of you watching, Zai is Krawls.
Yeah.
Just in case you were wondering. But I don't know if he's going for a name change or if this is just...
to be honest, didn't know a lot about crawls before this, so whatever the name is, you're good.
Yeah.
ZY is his initials.
That is true.
So maybe that's what we're doing here. Either way, finally a round that's going to start well for the Party Astronauts. Double kill in towards mid. And a third now picked up as Obi tries to get aggressive towards the ramp. That is one thing. Hold on. Zai's still alive. Zai's still alive. We got to give him the respect here, and he's gone. So that is the one thing about Akimbo. They are at times a little one note. If the aggression doesn't work, their solution is often to go for more aggression. And at times, that can come back to bite them.
Yeah, it is that double-edged sword, of course. But OG Wizard, at this bomb, Cameron's gone, and finally, the Party Astronauts strike true on their T side, their first round on the board. The thing is with Akimbo is you're like, oh, okay, the aggression didn't work, right? They're going to back. No, they're not going to. They're going to keep coming at you repeatedly.
Yeah, if there's one thing we've learned about this core of players, right? And if you're wondering, like, the team itself hasn't been together very long, but they've been playing together 6 months or so. The thing is that N2O, Obi, and Laxi have been playing together for longer than that. Originally sort of making a name for themselves on that G3 project. They were part of Omit at one point. They played on a few different names, a few different rosters, come to some lands, competed, and they have one identity, and that identity is just full balls to the walls, aggressive Counter-Strike.
And oftentimes it does work for them. It's one thing that might be working against Akimbo right now is they've only played 2 BO3s over the last 3 months, large in part because they won ESEA Advanced Season 50. That's why they're here in ECL. And then they played 3 BO3s after that. So, yeah, they could be a little rusty right now, but I'm sure they've, of course, been pugging. They've been practicing. There's no question.
There's no util left. They've gone for the guns. They've gone heavy into the guns, which means no util at this point. I'm actually surprised that doesn't pick up something, a smoke, at least to slow this down. There's no kit available as well, so if it's a retake, expect a save. And with Laxi now lost, 2-man advantage for PA. pumping the brakes here has gone very well. You get any design multi-kill or this is going to be a save. Even with this kill in elbow. Oh, it doesn't go their way. Now that should really sell it. That should really end the moment. It's time to back away, Zai. You got to try and keep this rifle alive.
Yeah, no question. I think the save has to come through, and I want to say it absolutely will. Yeah, okay. You never know with Akimbo, but
you never
yeah,
know.
They're going to go
a bit
for
too far.
Yeah, absolutely. Fang is lurking around here in A main. Could get caught off by Zai. Fang? He does, yeah. So that's one found for Akimbo. They'll likely go for the AK upgrade, but maybe they're a little wary of the fact that more players could be there. So I think they're just going to be happy with what they got in their hands. They know how valuable these guns are going to be, especially considering the condition of their economy. But PA, they got 2 in a row.
Got to keep that up healthy. Got to keep that up. You're not going to have a lot to put around it in the next. And this is what PA were trying to do for so many rounds, right? All those clutches that came so very close. They've broken the eco. They've broken the economy. So now there's a chance to really stack the rounds on your T side to try and get back towards that 6 number. Split the half. That's what you'd like to do. A lot of work to do that. What's Obi going to do? What is Obi going to do? It's a close B spawn. Mid peak? Mid peak or ramp peak?
I'd say ramp peak. I think just because of his spawn position. Yeah, there we go.
Ramp peak? Or cave. Ooh. Hold on.
Oh, cave.
Yeah, no, this
Won't
works.
matter.
This works. They're not there, but it would have been cool. And actually, he just set up on it. He didn't go for the full nutso play. It's a full set piece here on A. Smoke's over. Bomb's going down. Shouldn't be a whole lot that can be expected from the Akimbo side. Bomb's going to get planted. Here's the swing. Fang's ready to babysit his planter. Gently rock that C4 to sleep. And with alert coming up in mid, in Viz. Once Donut's clear, assuming Donut gets clear, it's big trouble on. Oh, look at this. They've actually rotated back to try and get the op out, which is a good call. The op is a bit of a priority in this round.
Oh.
Get his shot, but Viz is still that backdoor problem. Viz taken down. Oh, my goodness. They're not going to win this round, but they're going to get guns out of it. Obi, you're going up with the C4. I don't think it was worth it. No, he lives. Obi lives. Cameron goes. Get down, Mr. President. And Obi just slips away with that AWP.
Yeah, I think Cameron took some damage right before the bomb exploded in that last engagement, but everyone for PA dies in what was effectively a 2v5 attempted save from Akimbo. The AWP gets carried out. That's the most important piece. And now Akimbo have a full buy-up coming through. You know, money's okay for the party astronauts. Just that round, you know, losing in that way can give your opponent a little bit more in the tank in the follow-up round. Here comes a timeout called by Akimbo to talk things over. And looking at that scoreboard, Zai, he's been really good at B. I think we saw a couple of rounds, obviously boosted by that ace that he had, but he's at 13-6, leads the entire server, and is the only one to hit double-digit frags so far. Also, looking at the map of Ancient over the last 6 months for Akimbo, because obviously they haven't really played that much over the last 3, they did play against Nouns, lost that one, it was a close one, 10-13, and then defeated Lag 16-13. So they've had matches against ECL level competition, and they've fared pretty well. So it's not a surprise, I guess, that they've come out of the gate swinging here.
Not at all. Not at all. It's a tough team to handle at the best of times. I think the impressive thing's been Zai. Obviously had that nutso ace.
Yep.
But multiple just huge firepower moments, particularly in defensive B. Oh, that's a nice smoke pop play. And Fang follows it up. The second found is huge. Obi will connect one, but now he's under pressure on that AWP, but Cameron a timely peek out the window, and Fang was not anticipating it.
Yeah.
Walko. Oh, the op wanders in. Maybe not expecting him to be out so far. We're back to the 2-on-2, and with no one close at hand, this should be a bomb plant.
Yeah, almost certainly. There it is. OG Wiz are going to get that planted dirt. Walko's watching, but a player does manage to slip past his crosshair, and no damage taken until a nade comes in. OG Wizard locks it down with the op. He's flicking around. Does he look the right way? Cameron's managed to slip past him. This is going to be a freebie for Cameron. No question. He sees the shadow. There's one. Now he has to deal with Walko in the 1v1.
No idea on the positioning. Smoke's going to go up on the bomb. Anticipates the swing, but Walko resets. 8 HP.
Wow.
It is the slimmest of margins, but just that little spray reset is enough to get them over the line. And it's tough. It is tough sledding, but Party Astronauts are stacking these rounds.
I mean, look, when we were talking about that 3-0 lead for Akimbo, it was very back and forth. Easily could have been, a closer scoreline or more back and forth. But now, finally, the Party Astronauts get 4 in a row. And we do get a close half, regardless of, I would say, the outcome of these next 2 rounds, just in a very different fashion than perhaps we expected coming into it. Akimbo gonna have 3 MP9s, a Deagle, and an M4. One of those MP9s is already gone, thanks to OG Wizard, and Cameron takes a ton of damage, although it's going back and forth. I mean, it's a brawl right now towards B, and it will be briefly, no, not briefly, it'll be a 2-man advantage now for Fang and the rest of his squad, as Laxi does manage to get one, but Ben Lee blindsides him from the ramp. N2O spamming the smoke, and we're down to a 1v2. He's gonna keep pushing up. I don't know if they'll expect this. They do. Walco will get the last. Wow, that was a fast round.
How can you do anything but laugh watching these Akimbo rounds?
Right.
You got a player full swinging around the center pillar, just not letting go of mouse one, spraying and praying. You've got players diving through the smoke to go for the retake, not together. Just as soon as you get there, it's like, I'm in. I'm going in. It is. I mean, guns Akimbo. It's pushes Akimbo. It's W key held, glued down, smashed, broken. Absolute madcap play in these retakes. And this is their CT side.
Yeah.
This is where you might be supposed to have patience sometimes. Again, they're going light on the util, heavy on the pushing, and up into the window goes N2O, and out the window says OG Wizard, you go. That's the defenestration spell.
Defenestration. That word is just crazy to me. The fact that it exists.
A phenomenal one. Launders used it at the major, and I'm eternally grateful for that fact. That was for me and only me, I'm convinced.
Perhaps so. Well, 5v3 here for PA. It looks like we're leaning into what will be likely a tie score line here going to second half. But as you might expect, Akimbo are better on T-Sod and Ancient. And that's largely in part due to the way they play. Obi going to be waiting here on this B site. This round's not over yet. I mean, PA will be walking into the site that's more heavily defended here. And Akimbo are gambling. They're going B. It's a really good gamble, too. Obi, not going to get it. I thought he had Walco there.
Oh, it's like a moth to the flame watching Obi approach a peak. Should I? Absolutely, I should. That's a nice kill from Cameron. Position certainly given up now, but with heavy numbers advantages. PA is not going to be too scared about this. And indeed, Viz puts one right between the eyes to send us to the halftime break.
Days gone, I won't waste another one. Oh, that darkness, it won't set me back again. Oh, I'm not asleep or awake. I won't let the future escape. like this. It will fill the air around. Oh, I'm not asleep or awake. I won't let the future escape.
And we are back in for the second half of play here. Party Astronauts, Akimbo Esports, all tied up. It was a 6-0 run for Akimbo, and then 6 rounds back the other way for PA. So, who's going to strike first here? Because apparently that might be enough to get you to 12.
Man 2-0 wants to get into this B site. Akimbo don't like to waste their time. And yep, already first contact, about 20 seconds into the round. Walco taps away with the dualies, which could do a lot of damage, especially with 3 players coming up. And there's the first for Walco on to N2O with smoke as well. And that will force them back. That's actually a really nice play from Walco to kick off the round.
I love that Walco thinks about putting the smoke down, goes, he's definitely still just holding the angle. Jiggles gets his headshot. Actually, Jiggles misses, goes back and Jiggles and gets the headshot, and then drops the smoke. Like, that is a hard read on your opponent. Viz has worked his way through A main. He's just seen everybody. He's seen everything, but without getting the kill there, now there's actually an opportunity to force the bomb plant. You're going to have to be wary about this player coming back to A main, but Viz doesn't want to overplay his hand because he needs his teammates to come back in on this retake, and that's exactly why. Sets up Ben Leet on the kill. So now they do have this bomb to play off of, but it's all about these donut players to actually keep it from getting defused. There is a kit on OG Wizard. There is a kit, and there's only a Laxi to defend. They are going to get on that stick, and they're going to run Laxi down. Bodies aplenty to keep him off that diffuser, and it'll be Viz to find the final shot needed.
Just 3 shields there set up for the diffuser, and yeah,
get
well
through
done.
this with a Glock.
Which, I mean, you can, but it's exceptionally unlikely that you'll be able to. As a 7th round found for the Party Astronauts. Great start, as mentioned, from Walco, throwing that smoke right after he gets the opening frag and then forcing the Akimbo players towards A. It could have gotten scary, though, because Viz was really the only one in close vicinity to the A site, and he goes in on that flank. As you mentioned, he misses the frag and then has to sprint back to try and prevent them from getting the plant, which they still get, but at least they're able to recover, and he got all that intel to call over his teammates and get the rotation. So well done from PA overall, as Akimbo will not be forcing up here, despite the fact they got the bomb plant. It'll be 4 Deagles and a Glock. No body armor, no util.
I hope he's sending up some prayers there.
Yeah.
Well, one of these could hit. And they will on Laxi. What was that through? That was just up straight up mid. Man, Laxi had actually gotten a lot of real estate there. Taken down out of play here. OG Wizard playing very far back. No one seems to have much interest in that bomb from Akimbo. Little cheeky boost up. Does that elbow get visible? Walco hasn't seen it yet. I think he can. I don't think he realizes he sees that.
No, I don't think he does.
X-ray might have been misleading there, but I think Walco saw that. I think that was visible to him. Either way, Party Astronauts are not exactly hurting in this round. So far, so good. Clean as you like. Well, there's a blemish. But Zai is contained. Just a matter of time here. As they've got him completely hemmed in. No access to that C4. No access to a site. Not looking like a lot of access to the kills. He has to die. 15 seconds. You don't want to save this.
Definitely not.
You certainly don't want to get clawed.
Whew. All right, close for Zai. Eventually goes down. Doesn't go down after time as well, so that means he will get his money. And that's the important part, because this is the round that matters for Akimbo. They'll be buying up fully. It'll be AKs across the board. And on the Party Astronaut side, they do still have a couple of FAMASs, 3 M4s, though. It's very healthy. They can certainly deal with those 5 AKs that are going to be coming their way, as they're hoping to make it 9 in a row now. Akimbo, since that 6-game win streak, have fallen completely silent in the W column. Laxi will get one. Obi, a follow-up. Is there going to be a trade here? Yes. Viz, will he survive?
How does he live?
2 HP. I don't know, but it's going to make a difference. OG Wizard finds Laxi.
That was a cheeky play. That was looking like an Akimbo play right there. OG Wizard hugging the smoke. Fang easing his way back on out. Now able to reposition and get away. Does cede all that control towards mid, but they got to be wary, right?
Yeah.
They've got to respect the fact that OG Wizard could be around any corner at this point, and he's got Walko linked up with him. He gets the first shot. Nice shot from Cameron, but doesn't expect the second player in position. Obi brings it down to the clutch, and Viz has no health.
Oh, no.
This is a positioning game for Viz. He's got a FAMAS and no health. Oh, man, you'd love to have an AK here, so at least that one-shot headshot is there. No! They're both down low. Kit recovered. Stick on. Obi has a molly. Molly will end it. Molly will end this. Nade's not going to go deep enough. Obi's got to respect the tap, and that just brings him out a little bit too far. Didn't have an angle to get that Molotov deep enough. And Viz, 2 HP or no, can close.
Look, I mean, I said it before. It's a difference maker when you can slip away. 2 HP or not, you have a man advantage, at least when he was slipping away in a 3v2. And you're still alive. You still can do something. And he comes through there, 2 HP up against 100, catches Obi looking the wrong way, and then gets him down to 4 HP. So it's just a matter of who can shoot first. And, well, at the end, it was Viz catching Obi off when he's trying to peek around that corner from Donut. So well done from Viz, not only, in that moment, but prior to that, to stay alive and be a difference maker in the round. 9 in a row for the Party Astronauts. Akimbo reeling a little bit. They're buying up here, 3 AKs and 2 Galils, but there is a problem. They've only got 3 pieces of util left, 2 flashes and a smoke.
But when have they ever needed util?
Yeah.
You don't need util to run through a smoke. You just wait for your opponents to throw one, and then you run through it. Everyone knows that's how you catch them off guard. Here we go. Into the cave. We got a Walko stack up. And with 2 rifles looking this direction, do you really want to test this with no flashbang? Apparently the answer is yes.
Yeah.
There's the smoke up. Okay, you are trading. So that'll work. Nade is gonna punish. Look at that health. Uh-oh. Realizing they need to be wary about these ramp players, but maybe not wary enough. Oh, no. Laxi catches 2. Here we go. Sometimes all you need is that first domino to fall. But then wants to give this a look, so they're not going to play conservative. They're not going to save here. They're going to risk it. And they're going to frisk it. Swing back in from Laxi. Zai will polish this off. The replayers survive. That one was looking a little done for Akimbo, and they suddenly find that last peek they need to just kick the door in.
No, I mean, that's just Laxi on ramp, too, right? He gets a couple there when it looked dire for Akimbo, and Party Astronauts had no answer to that. He gains all the space for them. They get the bomb planted, and after that, Party Astronauts just couldn't find a target. And I think Fang had a good opportunity, but he gets eliminated immediately over at short B. And after that, Ben, he's stuck, right? He's already pushed out to the side. He doesn't have any support. There's 3 angles to clear. No chance at all. And Akimbo, well, they don't need the util. You're absolutely right, Mike. Viz and Fang get a couple here in the opening moments, but N2O gets 2 right on back. And we're down to a 3v3. This was just the pistol force-up that's coming through from PA. It's already yielded a couple.
Yeah, and look at how spread out these players are right now. I mean, they're grouping 2. But this is the issue against the pistols, right? Is Akimbo are occasionally prone to individual bursts. And that can be a problem. 5-7 close range. Not loving my chances. Seems like Laxi's maybe got the memo. If they grew up in a nucleus of 3, this should be all right. The chances of the multi-kill off the unarmored pistols, low. Molotov tick there does give some information that Ben Leet is close. Here comes the smoke exec. They're going to drop one of their own on the ramp, but Ben Leet connects one to the dome. Oh, the second nearly lands. Laxi able to turn that into a multi-kill. It was a shoulder shot and not in the head. And that might just have sealed the deal. OG Wizard's going to give it a look, though. Oh, they're both here. They're both in the cave. Spots the one. Gets the second. Knows where the last is. Locked into the corner. He's got Cameron. And OG Wizard puts this one together. Makes it picture perfect. And locks in double digits for the party astronauts.
OG Wizard casting spells on Akimbo in that one. Unbelievable stuff. I mean, 1v2, AK on the ground. He's able to pick that one up. And the greatest part about it is he has the body armor. So he's able to go in and take aggressive fights and also not really have to worry about the aim punch coming through. Wins the first one, knows where the second player is on top of it all, and then gets the spam to find the last. So that one round that Akimbo found to break the 9-round win streak of the party astronauts is isolated. PA's up to double digits. The good news for Akimbo is they got the bomb plant, right? They've got the money to at least get AKs across the board, but the utility is light again. That didn't matter last time. Let's see if it matters here.
Yeah, this one feels like it's kind of it. Oh, Fang, double kill stacked up here in towards mid, and now Sai lost as well. This one could be the death knell for Akimbo. N2O's got some space here, but it's anticipated. OG Wizards holding for it. Not only they like a cheeky push up the ramp, he is prepared. And now Cameron alone at US flag. Might just be flying at half-mast here in memory of his teammates, because they're all gone, and he's going to join them.
Wow. Yeah, clean sweep for the party astronauts as well. Only damage taken was from Viz and Fang. And I mean, Viz is only 1 HP, so technically just Fang. Either way, 11-7. Party astronauts 2 rounds away from taking this one. And Akimbo saying, you know what, let's just send it. Money's not great, but
Look,
we're going to buy up whatever they can.
This is a team that's never seen a force buy they didn't like. So in this kind of a situation, backs against the wall, why change your stripes?
No, I agree.
Let the tiger hunt. Tiger's going to be hunting with some Galils right now.
Well, nades are going to be sailing through. Don't really hit the mark. Akimbo is going to gain this space as a result. They figured, hey, look, 2 nades just been tossed. It's a little later on B, and there's another one that sails through. Oh, my goodness. They're lucky they didn't take more damage than that. Smoke's going to fly out for Viz from Jaguar, and that should block things off. Good spam.
Ooh.
Connects for a little bit of damage. I think he's
Look at the
kind of
boost.
expecting this boost, yeah.
I don't think he knows. He doesn't know. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
N2O locks it in. That might just be the key in the keyhole moment they needed. But Walker smoke timely. Information confirmed here as well. Ben does not anticipate, but how? Some way, somehow, switching back to the rifle. Clears out Obi in mid. That's one he'll want to have back.
Wow.
That could have been the straw that broke the camel's back of this B-side defense instead. And now they've got this triangle. It's well set up. Walco goes down, but still they're withdrawing.
Oh, no.
And look at this. They're going right into OG Wizard, and OG Wizard hitting headshots here. Lots coming his way, but he's done his damage, and he's allowed Ben Leet to get around on the flank. Cameron is running a foot race here to try and give himself a chance at the clutch. Bomb will go down. That at least confirmed. And it's planted as wide open as it can be. Cameron able to slip away. But they know which side he's got to be on, or at least they're confident about it. Nearly sprays down both. 32 HP. Flash desperately thrown to try and slow down Fang, and Fang's lost track of him. Thinks he's out towards main or tree. Oh, he thinks he slipped to main. He doesn't realize he's on the big box. He doesn't realize he's here. And Cameron gets the better of him to keep Akimbo fighting.
Wow, I honestly felt like PA were going to get that after the way OG Wizard played. I mean, Akimbo walked into his open arms. He almost gets 3. He gets the first, but does a ton of damage on 2 players. It's more than enough for Ben Lee to finish them off. But then Cameron, I mean, that's a good play, right? He gets the first one, makes it a 1v1. And the way he throws that flash makes it look like he meant to retreat into A main. Just the angle that it came from. It's really quite brilliant. And then he goes to big box. Fang has no idea at all. And it is pretty much an easy round victory at that point, because he only had to take out Fang, who was looking the wrong way. 8th found for Akimbo. It's still a far cry from a comeback, but Party Astronauts don't have that much money, so their buy-up isn't great. Akimbo, oh my goodness. There are 3 players on each side of this smoke.
This would be the round that would break PA. This would almost assuredly give us a tie ball game. Or at least an 11-10. Because I'm bad at counting. Into a dropped window peak. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, the dink. But not a dunk here. Then 2-0 clip the side of that wall to keep Viz breathing here. There's no way defense, though. Smoke into the CT con. But clearing up the mid player, this is going to allow the retake. I was going to say, if they get in with 4-on-4, there's even an argument for PA to save. But with that man advantage now, they're certainly going to give this an attempt.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to at least have a look here into Donut and try to clear it out. Did they get the trade? Yes. So now they can continue pushing in. Fang throwing the Molotov forward. Just wants to make sure he clears out that close angle, and he's done exactly that. That allows Viz to sneak through again. Viz surviving after taking a shot for Dome, and he comes in to strike. Fang and Walco take care of business on the front side, though, and it will be a 12th found for the Party Astronauts.
That'll do it. That'll do it. Map point on the bomb plant means we'll at least get something approaching a buy in this next, but it's going to be far from pretty. And Akimbo, it's been a struggle really since the half switch for them, and it's full desperation station at this point. That lone player just caught out in towards mid, maybe a little bit ahead of what the lurk could be. That's the moment that tips it for Party Astronauts, because I'm not sure. 4-on-4, full A site control. I don't know if they'd risk it. Probably give it a poke and a prod. But as soon as you get that man advantage, the choice is made for you.
Yep. No, I mean, you're right. The fact that they caught that player really did convince them to go in. 4v4, I'm kind of with you on...
Like, they probably would have. It's just the money situation.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll leave that all alone for the moment. Walco's found himself an opener. That makes life easier. That's just spam through onto the ramp smoke. Laxi gone. He's been one of their nice pieces for opening up moments. Zai's gone pretty quiet. We haven't really seen the explosive rounds from Akimbo. A couple clutches from Cameron, but player spotted. Obi's able to get that kill before Fang takes him out of play. A little bit of a double take situation for Fang, but the man advantage still confirmed. And look at OG Wizard is holding that deep angle in towards CT so that Cameron can't really get further. So he'll drop the Molotov, wary that that's a possibility, and back away. This smoke fade duel's huge. This is everything. 1 kill found. Think on the next. But that's the bomb.
Yep.
Fang just gets around the corner. Nifty bit of movement. Cameron, though, can retrieve that C4, can get out of here. Fang knows he's that flank. Doesn't want to give up his life. Wants to hold on to the threat. Cameron again just on that MAC-10. It's all on Cameron now. He's able to upgrade at least. Got the Khalil here, John, but it comes down to this man. He's had some clutches already. Got to do it all, and Fang will not allow him to get started. 3 huge kills for Justin Coakley in this one as Party Astronauts secure the first map.
And this is why I was talking about Fang, is I don't know why he's not on more teams' radars, because 26-14, he has been the star player for the Party Astronauts since he joined them. Nothing changed here. 126 ADR. Unbelievable stuff coming through from him. And Walco didn't look out of place at really any moment. I mean, he had his big times, his big moments as well, and the dualies and the opening pistol round. I mean, he was the one that kind of kicked them off here to get them going on their run, at least in the second half.
Yeah, I think this is a very encouraging one for the Party Astronauts, right? It's a team effort. You don't really see any glaring issues. You see a very comprehensive defense, particularly in that second half. I think you saw some really impressive works, especially from Fang.
but overall, team as a whole looking good.
Yeah. As Akimbo at the beginning, 6 in a row. They were out of the gate. It looked crazy for them, and it was the Akimbo we, know and love in a lot of ways. That said, a lot of people know them, and so do the Party Astronauts, and they just adapted very quickly.
They did indeed. I mean, I think Akimbo, they're a momentum team, right? They're a very fast momentum team. They're a very aggressive momentum team, and when they're kicking the door down and running past you, they can be a tough team to catch up with. But as soon as you started to see Party Astronauts get their feet under them, that was just a very different ball game.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I think the Party Astronauts have had their issues with consistency in the past, and I've had my questions about the calling, about the confidence behind the scenes, the ability to get their heads in the right place in the Party Astronauts. I do feel like they're a team that does have the ability to come back and stay in a match. Just closing them out, that's been the biggest struggle, and here they do come back, and they never really looked like they were going to give up that lead after it was 9-6, and they absolutely didn't. I mean, credit to them. Well done.
Well done indeed. I think we're going to take a quick little break here, and we'll be back with the second map of play just after this.
Think you've seen it all? With FACEIT Watch's Point of View Selector, you can experience the game from any pro's perspective. Use the multi-view feature and customize the stream with up to 4 angles. Control what points you see while earning rewards. Drops are activated and lucky winners will receive FACEIT points. And if you ever miss a match, VODs are now available. Get instant access to demos with multiple POVs and commentary. Watch it, control it, FACEIT.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door. I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home. A couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
Miles past, turning back, found my track, face the fact, she a cold one. Never gonna settle for none. Stay up every night till I won. Don't want a slow rise now. I'm confident opulence isn't a long ride out. When I look back now, I'm astounded. A quiet boy from old age, but always felt the world was a stage, yeah. I celebrate one last late night. My old life ain't staying.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door. I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home. A couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
I'm headed to LA.
Miles, throw it on the dash. Shit, the 10,000 hours, can't let them pass. Yeah, well, I was putting time in, you was pulled up wildin'. You always had shit to say, now when I see you, it's silence. Thought I'd have a Grammy by 25. Commas after commas next to dollar sign, yeah. Had to remind myself why I'm
fight for the pain and the climb, tied to the life I chose. Stay through the night, another day, not a dime. Race against time. Yeah. I couldn't just lay by and wonder what I could have made mine. I'm closing on the moment, no one's gonna hold me down.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door. I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home. A couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
If you wanna be my love, only gotta take it slow. If you wanna be my love, I'll show you what you wanna know. If you wanna be my love, only gotta take it slow. If you wanna be my love, I'll show you what you wanna know. You feel like something new. You feel like something. You feel like something new. You feel like something. Don't just stop it. Doing what you do. When I lay back, holding on to you. Ooh, ooh. Feel like something new. Yeah. Got my senses here on overload. All my
Welcome back here to the ESL Challenger League for Season 49. We are getting ready for our second matchup between Party Astronauts and Akimbo. Since this is the beginning of this season, it's a good time to remind you of the format. These are two BO1s, meaning that the result of last map has no bearing on the result of this one, except that we can play again here. But this will be an entirely different result for the scoreboard. They can go 1-1, and we're still done on not a
That's absolutely right. And I mean, I feel like, I'm not sure if this is enough to be on yet, but it is Mirage, and that wouldn't surprise me at all. Plus the fact that both these teams like to play here, especially the Party Astronauts have started to play here more and more. And over on Akimbo, they've got, I think, 14 times on this map over the last 3 months. And it is Mirage. All right. So, or sorry, over the last 6 months. But yeah, I feel like this is one of those maps where Akimbo can play their style, and they, in some cases, won't be able to be dealt with as well as perhaps on a map like Ancient.
Seems to be that way. Yeah, I think that is potentially true. I think that it's interesting, right? Because you can't just play that balls the wall CS on Mirage, especially on the CT side in terms of pushing the peripheries, pushing the boundaries, but you still do want to get those team plays. You want to get those set pieces. You want to get the kill coming over it. That's not necessarily where Akimbo thrive, right? So if you've got effective choke point shutdown, if you can space out your utility effectively here for the Party Astronauts, you can just kind of hamper Akimbo's ability to do what they want, which is brawl. And I think provided you can slow them down a tick, we saw it on Ancient as well. This is just not a team that really thrives when we're forced to that second gear.
Yeah. No, I think the second gear is what they're going to need to find, in order to get their success. They remind me a lot of an early Nouns, I would say.
Okay.
A good description of Akimbo, right? Because Nouns used to be that just a very aggressive team, but once you shut down their aggression, there wasn't really much they could do to fight against you. That obviously changed dramatically as they evolved as a team. But at the beginning, yeah, that's pretty much how they were framed in early ECL, or, well, I mean, whatever we were calling it back then. They had different names as well, but yeah.
It's kind of like watching a zippy little roadster hit an uphill dirt road. Right? Flat ground, they're going to fly so dang quick. But you hit some mud, you hit some altitude, you get stopped and have to start again. And oh my goodness, good luck getting that thing going. That is a little bit of what Akimbo struggles with. Let's talk about nice things for Akimbo, though. Zai, in particular, those multi-kill rounds back-to-back, very nice. Will say, slowed down outside of those, especially in that second half. I think struggled to have the same kind of impact on the attacking side as he did on the defensive cave.
Yeah, I mean, he's not usually the player they're looking towards. It's more N2O. That's their highest rated player over those last 6 months, and since they've been a team pretty much, at least this iteration of it, I would say. So yeah, I mean, Obi and Laxi, essentially the Mongolians are the ones who are usually fragging out. So to see Zai contributing in that way was great, but they need everyone else to kind of pop off as well. And usually that's the case on Mirage here.
Trade secrets. Here. You saw nothing. Trade secrets. Wipe the last 5 seconds. Get the thing from Men in Black. We're wiping the last 5 seconds from your memory. You didn't see anything. Just a reminder, since you didn't see our faces, I'm Darth Mike. This is JRT. Yes. We're taking you through the action here on Mirage. It is Akimbo starting on the attacking half here. Didn't do so great with that on Ancient. But here we go. Fast play in. That nade's going to hurt. Well, it falls out the window. It still hurts, kind of. Van player gone. Fang can't find his headshots. There's one. There's two. There's three. What? All right, Fang. Little bit of patience goes a very long way. And now your chances at a bomb plant might be slipping out of the picture. Laxi, though, looking to do some damage. Might just be down to eliminations here. As the brawl is on, the dualies are in play, and it comes down to OG Wizard in the clutch. Both players low. OG and Obi. And OG will be the only to survive.
Wow, that is a crazy round. Look, Akimbo came out, as we expected, balls to the wall, charging into that B site, but Fang oh my goodness, the precision on those shots. I mean, you guys can see why I've been singing his praises. He's been that good at the ECL level for quite some time now, and unbelievable stuff to give his team the advantage. But you can never count Akimbo out. They're a very scrappy team, very mobile and adaptable in those type of situations, especially when there's lots of fights happening. And they brought it down to a 1v1, but OG Wizard, what a play to close it out and give his team the first. We're going to get a timeout here. I believe this is technical in nature. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it's just a timeout from one of these teams as well. I'm not sure if we're just not seeing it on the HUD, but either way, we are getting some buy-ups through. Just the first round, so Akimbo can certainly strike back. But what Fang did, and you called it out, Mike, is he denied their ability to get a bomb plant, and that's important.
It's huge. It's huge. Also set up that clutch. All right, we're getting the buys, guessing whatever the pause is. Probably just like ping, spikes, the internet. Happens. Someone spilled a drink. Wouldn't know what that's like, John. I've never done it.
Haven't you?
Don't know what you're talking about. I say, looking at the like 4 accumulated mugs on my desk right now.
I think it happened once while we were in broadcast.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Ping spike. Ping spike confirmed. PA tech pause. Apparently that's settled down now and should be all good.
All right.
The internet's a funny thing.
It is.
Oh boy. Fang. Apparently not spiking because he's looking to spike their faces straight into the dirt here. Support above, very aggressive coming out from Fang. Now he's in a little bit of a compromised position, but still wants to brawl. Smoke into the underpass, give him a little cover, but this is the risk. Now there's a gun exposed, and you don't want to be giving those over. Another one dropped in towards window. These guys are dangerous on the Deagles, man. You do not want to give them too many shots at it. Obi's low, 4 HP. Viz, good anticipation for where they're coming from. There's that shot. OB gone. Little adjustment from Viz, and he will keep it oh so very fine for Party Astronauts.
And he gets a 4K in that round, right? 2-0 for PA. Fang gets the opener. I think overall it went pretty well for Fang. The only thing maybe that I don't like too much is that that's the only M4 in the round up close and personal against Akimbo. So once they get the frag, they get the M4 upgrade. It doesn't really matter in the end because Viz's positioning is just too strong outside the T apartments. But still, it could have been a problem. So we'll see if they tighten that up as time goes on. But they do, of course, have that 2-0 lead. So it's not that big of a deal. Now into this one, 4 A1Ss and the MP9 purchased up. Obi and Laxi already have this space gained towards mid. Viz gets connected on for a little bit of damage, but he fades away. A lot of presence right around connector, jungle, and mid in general. But Akimbo, for the time being, are going to wait for just a moment before they charge out, Mike. Oh, nice frag from Viz.
That's the one, but he's in a bad spot. Trade it out, though. Oh, they want to get frisky on this mid-con fight. Everybody's here for the CT side. It's pretty committed from Akimbo as well. That bomb's top mid, so if they can crunch these mid players, there's just not much that can be done. Drop the underpass player. N2O can't fall here. Chill in a chair, but 50 seconds on the clock eventually is going to have to be the player to retrieve the bomb because look at how far out Cameron's going. Solo mission here entirely. Actually, that Molotov kind of gives Ben lead away. Cameron might have totally overlooked the bench position had that not happened. N2O is finally going to go back for this C4, but in the meanwhile, Cameron's continuing to stack bodies. So does N2O try and link up with him? Seems to be the case. 20 seconds is going to be committed now. There's just not enough time to get back through. Certainly the defense, they're ready. A little bit of space created by that smoke, but a bomb plant should be viable, should be workable. They're going to try and deny. Cameron continues to drop bodies. Now it's not about denying the plant. It's about the round, and Cameron has done it all himself. The one-man wrecking crew.
That is actually ridiculous when you consider the circumstances there, right? A 4v2 Looked like the party astronauts were in full control. Ben throws the incendiary. I don't necessarily fault him for it, because he doesn't know the positioning of Cameron and how far forward he is. And in fact, Cameron can't retreat back into the apartment, so it was kind of a favorable peak for Ben Leet, just that he loses the fight immediately, and then Cameron pops off for the remaining 3 frags, so all 4 go his way. Party astronauts could never really recover, and I'm surprised they didn't have the wherewithal to go towards market window in that instance, realizing, okay, the bomb has been planted yet. Maybe the bomb is lagging behind. So, perhaps we should watch and see if we can cut it off, but that doesn't happen either. And, well, Akimbo, through the will of Cameron, win their first round.
It's a massive one. We saw him put together rounds for the team pretty much solo as well on Ancient. Putting in some serious work here. He's the odd man out, right?
Yeah.
The player you wouldn't expect here. Oh, missed Molotov from Cameron as we're singing his praises. And meanwhile, he's losing teammates. Top mid players are gone. Molotov will bottle them in. Fang's got control of the bomb. And Viz, meanwhile, finds N2O. So this one's falling apart as quickly as the last came together. I need some more Cameron heroics, and now indeed he is the only one, and this time it's all Fang.
Well, getting beaten at their own game, Akimbo. His party astronauts just charging out immediately at the beginning of that round, gaining all the space, winning every single fight as well. And then you have Akimbo kind of bottled up in the apartment saying, well, what do we do? Cameron missed the Molotov as well, which kind of contributed to the issues they had in those apartments. And as they try to retreat, there's just party astronauts waiting at every single turn. 3-1 for PA. I mean, Akimbo get their round victory isolated, which kind of was the story on Ancient that second half. They didn't get 2 round victories in a row, and they still have not all the way over here on Mirage. Pistols are out for them, and, well, the same result as that previous round. Everyone is falling, and if they're not dead, they are on life support.
Beep. 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 It's the medical drama, life support running out, Cameron, though, let's see. He got the defibrillator again. This time, less likely. Truly nothing.
Yeah, this is... No. No shot.
No shot. So 5 players surviving. You like that if you're PA. Now you truly get to think, that one round was just an aberration. This is fine. We didn't want to 12-0 them this half. But the domination is back on the table.
Yeah. And Akimbo, they need to find their mojo again at this point, because it's not looking too great. 3 AKs and 2 Galils. They haven't really gone A at all, so that's going to change here. 4 players in that direction, 1 lurking around mid.
They don't have the util for this. They don't have smokes.
They don't. It's weird. They're just playing contact.
You're going to A-take with no smokes? Good luck, fellas. I mean, look, if you just shoot them all in the head, you don't need smokes. That is a big if. Oh, and the kills are stacking up massively for the party astronauts. So you see one of the lessons that every Counter-Strike player learns. It is very hard to take a Mirage with no smoke.
Nigh impossible in these types of rounds. I mean, look, you got to have an XQ going there if you're Akimbo. Yes, they did it on Ancient towards the B site with no utility, but that's Ancient B site, an entirely different story.
Yeah.
There's just too much open space that you have to walk into towards A, whether you're coming from Palace, Connector, or Ramp, you need some cover, and they had none of it. So the party astronauts, they just feasted, and they're up to 5.
Look at this investment. Okay, so loss bonus is stacked. That's not the concern, but you're still going pretty deep in to make sure that you've all got upgraded pistols. You got a Mac 10 on Laxi, and you still don't have great utils. So they're coming barreling up Con. Fang gonna check the first, the second as well. Down he goes, but there's the third. Nade up top. Oh, player spotted through the awning. That's all onto Laxi. Gun found. No control of the bomb. Not a prayer of getting close. And Viz on the angle. Okay, whiffs a grenade, sure. Maybe that gives a chance. Audio cue giving up. Walker should have this. Yup, straight into the temple goes the bullet. And there is just nothing doing again. And now we see that loss bonus means that they're going to be able to get money in here. But I just don't... I'm not seeing the full plan. I'm seeing concepts of a plan, John, but I'm not seeing the checklist beyond. It's like you've written out the first step. And if that works brilliantly, great. But steps 2 to 3, a little blurry.
Yeah.
Step 5 is apparently profit, but it's hard to get to step 5.
Yeah. You got to get the other 3 before that. And honestly, look, Akimbo, they're one-dimensional. We already kind of talked about it before, and they want to just take fights. They have to get their rhythm going, I would say, in pretty much every map that they play. And if they don't find that, I mean, they already found that one round, but if they don't find that consistent success a couple of rounds in a row, that momentum can't build up. And as you mentioned earlier, Mike, they're a momentum-based team.
Oh, Ben's going to go all the way into spawn, and guess what's in spawn, John?
Bomb.
A little square of C4. Maybe Cameron catches somebody off guard. Cameron's full stomping to go back for it. Oh, no. Now he's dead to Ben Lee. Yep. Now that's full bomb control. Even with this damage that's being done, it's just not going to matter too much. Feng doesn't have to fight this.
Ben doesn't go to bomb.
Oh, my goodness. Ben goes back to it. He didn't see the bomb. He came back for that fight, and it still works out because now you've got a wounded N2O in a 1v2.
What?
But they have no idea. They don't realize. He didn't read the fact that Cameron was coming back loud meant that the bomb was back here. Now they're putting it together. Woo! 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 He's just missed. He's just missed it. He's just missed it. Oh, this could work out beautifully for N2O. They don't know. They have totally misread this positioning. Bentley keeps going back checking, but it's all just about the timing here. 25 seconds. 25 seconds. The thing is, Fang's close at hand. So even though he gets this kill, does N2O anticipate that Fang's on the angle? Because Fang's on the angle. Oh, he gets past. He gets past. Oh, Fang pulls off. They're both low. It's all about the clock here. Fang's toying with him, knowing that he has to plant that bomb. Molotov might just have won this. And N2O, it's desperation here, but the box spam would be enough. Fang walks up on him. Does N2O realize he's gotten out that wide? He does indeed, but Fang's got the shot. 16-5 for young Fangathan. He's good. Jacking up these kills.
I mean, look, he's a fragger, right? These are the types of games where he can really thrive against a team that likes to take fights. He's like, all right, I do too, and I will kill you more than you'll get me. Unbelievable numbers that he's putting up. Unfortunately for Zai, none. 0 is the amount of frags that he's found so far here. He was very effective in that first half on Ancient, but since then, he's kind of fallen silent in this case completely. So they're going to hope that he can get things going. The rest of the squad still not putting up great numbers either, and down 7-1, it's kind of what you would expect. In that one, it felt like maybe they could come back and get it, especially with the positioning that I believe it was N2O or Obi that were able to get that space right going back towards that A site. But Fang just a little bit stronger, taking that fight. Zai and the rest of Akimbo are going to take this mid control. They have slowed down the pace a little bit, but I mean, it's very rare to see them going for an execute with under 1 minute left. And again, I think that's going to be a similar story here because Cameron's already into window. Fang is watching this too.
He is. If Cameron can get the smoke fade kill here, something's brewing. But Fang has just been so dang good, right? You just don't want to bet against him. He's been so dang good right now here on Mirage. OG Wizard strikes first. Zai has been having a real tough go of it. Fang spots, but Cameron gets the best of him. So now you got a bit of positioning. This pulls OG Wizard back. Can't be comfortable. Oh, that would have been a massive kill. Could have delayed the bomb. But as it is now, Akimbo have a path to a bomb plant. We got a very uncomfortable OG Wizard. A little odd that Cameron's gone all the way through B, but it's not going to be expected. And indeed, he catches the kill on Cat. OG Wizard. This doesn't even really know how best to get to help him. Because there's a player on B. It's not what you expect. But this could still work. Viz late in towards mid. Does he catch Cameron? He does indeed, but OG Wizard loss means that this should be settled business. There's just not enough clock for it, but he'll give it a try. Viz springing out. Gets the first. Laxi can't give this up. Nade to harass.
Get this.
Flashbang to cross. Here comes the stick. Oh, but Laxi hits that first bullet on the spray to at least confirm a second round for Akimbo.
Oh, what a dirty lineup from Laxi. He knew exactly where that bomb was planted. Smoke or not, headshot found. And finally, somehow, some way, Akimbo have gotten a second round for themselves. It was very brawly. OG Wizard made it a lot closer as he found that second frag with the op through the fire and the flames. But at the end of it, Akimbo do hang on to get on the board once more. But will they be isolated as they've been over their last 4-round victories, or can they finally crack through and get 2 in a row? Well, I'll answer that question very, very shortly in the next minute and 40 seconds, of course. Laxi is going to be coming out here towards mid. Ben, the nade, is it going to connect? It does for a little bit of damage. Fang gets the opener again, and then OG Wizard spots N2O. They just can't catch a break. Can Akimbo 5v2?
Oh, you finally get something going. You finally get some juice, but of course, it's that one player surviving. You've got no bank build, and then PA come out in the next round and kick your teeth in. Oh, man, this one's just become painful.
Yeah.
It's a shame, right? Because Ancient started with that back and forth affair. It's such exciting moments for Akimbo. We know how dynamic these players can be, and they make you want to root for them because they're so exciting to watch, but and when they come up against challenges, they don't seem to be able to overcome. Zai gets on the board. Finally gets on the board. 10 rounds in.
Yeah.
Maybe that changes their fortune. Was a strong contributor on Ancient. They could really use that again here on Mirage. Cameron around the corner.
Yeah.
Player in Palace. So even if they deal with Viz under the balk, even if they deal with this, they still have to worry about Walco. And they won't likely be expecting a second player to come from this side of the map. There's a clear up on Viz. But yeah, you can see it. Zai has no idea. There's 1, there's 2, and that's the end of that. Beautiful setup from Walco.
I mean, how could you even expect that, right? You know, there's a player under balcony. Usually that's the one that's playing Palace as well. And I mean, Walco waiting in the shadows, strikes, and that's it. I mean, both players down. There's nothing they could do at all. Timeout going to be called by Akimbo. They want to talk things over, and as they should, because the party astronauts have got their number. 2 rounds left in this first half of play here on Mirage, but you know, we go all the way back to Ancient. It was a 13-2 run there for the party astronauts, and it's just continued on forward here. Now a 21-4 run. All right, timeout's expired. Akimbo have talked things over. They've decided on investing a little bit into this round with that full loss bonus, which makes sense. They'll have a full buy in the next one. They do have an AK in the mix, a MAC-10 as well. The rest are the pistols. We've seen Akimbo pull off rounds like these before. Fang, though, continues to get right into their faces, right? That's another opener for him. OG Wizard with the follow-up. Fang, and it's all party astronauts here. N2O's gone. Wow.
This is full confidence play from Fang at this point. He's saying, all right, you want to play frisky? I can play frisky. Just straight up in their face, ego peeking, destroying them with that first bullet. I mean, really beautiful bit of individual play here from Fang. And the whole team's coming along with him, right? Because when you make that kind of dive and you say, hey, look, I'm going to do something kind of nuts here. Or, I mean, the call sometimes is, I'm going to do something dumb. It's like everybody has to follow you into the breach. Everyone has to make that one work. And that's beautiful. The jump down underpass, the play in towards mid. You just can't get started if you're Akimbo.
No.
Whatever you were talking about going into this round, whatever the thought was in your mind, it's wiped clean. $163.
It's crazy. Not to mention he had 123, 128, something like that on map number 1. I mean, he's been on fire.
Unreal stretch of form here right now for Fang. Okay, so we got the one player coming in from mid. Fang's holding for it. And N2O's just going to walk through the smoke and hope to catch a timing. That's a hope and a prayer that will go unanswered. Instead, it is only Fang to rain down death and send us to the half.
You feel like something. You feel like something new. You feel like something. I feel like I'm in another galaxy. Take my time in your eternity. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Feel like something new.
And we're back, coming into the second half here on Mirage. It was dominance in the first from the Party Astronauts, and dominance in particular from one young Fang. Viz coming along for the party. We'll see if they can get much of the same done in the second half. Bouncing around in towards mid to avoid the headshots. And they are going straight up catwalk. They are not slowing down for no one. But Zai might just make them. Okay, here we go. Second half Zai. CT Zai back on in. And this is a shutdown of a pistol for Akimbo.
Yeah, he just needed to get back on CT side. You're right, Mike. I mean, that's where he found the success on Ancient. And there you go. Akimbo going to get a third. Again, though, one problem they've had, at least they didn't have the bomb plant, so it seems unlikely that they will not get two in a row, but they haven't gotten two in a row since the first half of Ancient when they had their 6-round run. So it's been a while. Party Astronauts not buying up anything here will likely mean that streak will end. We'll see. Who knows? Glocks have done damage before. There is a P250 in the mix in Fang's hands, but yeah, probably not. Speaking of Fang, 22 frags here over 12 rounds. Well, now 13 rounds, but he's almost matched his total over 21 rounds in the previous map of 26. So he is on a tear.
Surely they don't Glock them. Okay, hold on. We're getting a run boost in towards mid. N2O's back turn, but there's 3 players here. All right, there's the poke. Had to disassemble the run. N2O died immediately. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, all right. Sanity has been restored. Not like this. You couldn't do it like this, Party Astronauts. Still, 2 players dead there off of full Glocks is not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, no, I mean, there was a P250 in the mix as well, but still, technically full Glocks. And yeah, I agree with you. A couple of players fall. It could have easily started swinging the other way.
I got nervous.
I did as well. I thought it was actually going to happen there. And I appreciate that the Party Astronauts went out with an execute there, right? They had a plan with those Glocks as opposed to a lot of teams that might just throw the bodies over towards the rifles. No, there was some thought that went into that one. So yeah, Party Astronauts at least make it a little bit expensive. And now they will have the guns up. 4 AKs and the Galil. First body down. Laxi is dropping 2 here. 5v3. They continue to peek around mid. And I mean, Akimbo, they love to take fights. OG Wizard gets 1, but then he gets finished off by the nade.
This still out? Okay, blindsided. Trying to make a solo clear, and Obi's not going to allow that, so it all falls to bed. But here's the moments when the bend fades and the lead comes out. His teammates are dead. It means all of his neurons are now firing, focused on his own crosshair. Gears churning, turning, burning. Smoke coming out his ears. Let's see if Ben Lee can stack this one together. The crossfire he'll have to break. Con player first contact, but actually Zai's gone too far back off this. He won't be able to play off of his teammate. There's the spot. There's the shot. Not quite the connection. And Laxi indeed does put him down.
Okay. Look, I mean, PA are trying to keep up this high tempo play, but eventually Akimbo are going to say, okay, let's keep going in this direction. We like this style.
We
of play.
saw it on the first half of Ancient, didn't we? Where
Yes,
PA were
we
trying
did.
to play
Yes,
super
we
quick
did.
in rounds, and that is where Akimbo thrives.
Yeah, especially when they're on their CT side, because CT side, they're not going to sit back on their laurels. They're going to push up and get in your face. And I mean, look, timeout going to be called by PA, obviously realizing, okay, this isn't working. We need to adapt. This is the same story as on Ancient when we started our T side. And there, once we did slow things down, get more into our set pieces, that's when success was found. So we'll see if they are able to realize that here earlier on. Right now, it could be a half buy that comes through given the money they have, and it absolutely will be. Tech 9s in the mix, couple of P250s, and OG Wizard going to save for the AWP, so just with the Glock and a bit of util. Yeah, this one could quickly turn around. I mean, Akimbo, as we've seen, you know, they take that mid control exceptionally aggressively, and I don't know if it's in PA's best interest to keep taking those fights.
This is looking like an A exec. Here comes the util. And it is, to be fair, not well defended. This is a problem here. Kimbo's been pushed completely off. This should be a bomb plant. They just need to cross pretty early. Obi trying a little bit of a prayer. Walco actually trying to work his way into that smoke. That was a position already occupied. They do get the bomb down, though, John. But holy cow, a flurry of kills. A team ace back the other way.
Yeah, ooh, a little bit of a love tap there as well. Okay, lots of love taps or anger. I don't know. This is probably just having fun, though, I'd imagine. Joy, yes.
Joy.
Either way, one thing that is a risk, right, when you go for a lot of that mid aggression is you leave a bomb site open, usually the A site. And I mean, Party Astronauts caught on to that. They get on there, a couple of nice flashbangs thrown towards jungle and con, then the smoke as well. And it's enough to get a bomb plant, but I'm just surprised PA don't get anything in terms of frags after that foray of utility and the positioning that they had. Either way, the bomb plant is what they wanted. They build up their economy nicely, and this buy-up will be a lot more comfortable as a result. But they need to start getting frags onto the board because Akimbo have come out of the gates here on their CT side and been exceptionally dominant so far.
Opener there for N2O, getting aggressive. We really haven't seen much of that from N2O with the AWP. An extra dimension here on Mirage. And PA, again, a man down.
They can't seem to find that space, that opener. It's just everywhere they go, they slow it down, they get fragged first, they go fast, they get their faces planted into the ground.
This is good now. You've got that deep smoke in, you got pressure on, you can get a player up in towards the window. They're still going to need some sort of an opener, because if you look at it right now, Akimbo are playing full contain, right? You've got Laxi in the window, and they need to get through before all these smokes fade on Catwalk. Good spacing so far. Good Molotov here to keep N2O off this peak. Unscopes at the wrong moment. And now Laxi drops. Now they've got the window control. Now the A defense is under pressure. Cameron gone. It falls to Obi, who's out in the open. Stairs player spots, and there's the kill. This is well handled from the Party Astronauts. Well put together. Comprehensive. And they're going to want to go for it. Sai with 1. N2O is basically neutered, though. Can't risk going through the murder hole. Connected. He doesn't know, but it connected. That'll put Walco on notice. Tell you what.
Are they still going for this?
They were always going for it. They were never not going for it. That is not how this team functions. And it is getting expensive, to be fair. But at the end of the day, it will be one team left standing. That team, the Party Astronauts.
Yeah, Viz didn't actually
Minus
save the
Viz.
AWP. Yeah, I thought he was going to, but no, that just at the very last moment, the bomb explodes right before the next round starts. So no AWP saved over.
I
but
do
the
like
Party
that
Astronauts-
he did the vintage look at the bomb.
Yeah.
That doesn't... I know it did at one point.
It did,
It has
yes.
not, in a long time, I don't believe, made any
No,
difference
it's-
to how much damage.
I think we're going back a very long ways to when that actually made a difference. But yeah. Well, Party Astronauts do get the 11th. I love the way they played. I mean, I want to highlight as well, Mike, clinical usage of utility. They slowed down the pace. They gained the positioning up towards mid. A couple of Molotovs, maybe even 3 thrown towards Cat that really upset the apple cart. Left N2O kind of on an island, and the rest of his squad was stormed in upon towards that A site. Walco throwing a great supportive flash as Viz peeked around that corner. And I mean, look, that was just beautifully done by PA, and that's what led them to success on Ancient, was just those nicely thought out and executed set pieces. And we're going to see if we're going to get another one of that here. And it appears like it. Like, they've gained this mid control. They might go a little bit faster. Fang over the top of the smoke. Obi managed to slip away, but they have to expect it. Noise being made now. There's the smoke pop. Walco gets one. Fang gets the second. There you go. A has been cracked right open.
Yeah, it was a double take situation, but you get the kill. That's all that matters. And now, I mean, look at the money for Akimbo. Are they going to risk it all here? Cameron's gone. 2 players surviving. You're going to risk it all here? They're going to risk it all here. Why not? Okay, well, then maybe that's why not. Find the barrel of OG Wizard's gun, and it falls to one man. One man against the world. And the world is coming fast. Now you got sticks and stones and bits of gum from under your chair with which to try and hold Party Astronauts off from their second win of this young ECL season. MP9s and Deagles. That's what they're going with.
That's all they can go with, Mike. I mean, look, money's run out. Let's see if the MP9s are enough. You need to play some close angles here, or either be patient or take the fight to the tees. It looks like, well, usually Akimbo will be taking that fight, but this time they might be a little more patient. Nade gets tossed out towards mid. The smokes are bottling them in, so they will fall back to the comfort of the site. Viz flying around this corner. Can he catch the player? He can't, but Ben will find Zai as he's pushing up and prevents him from falling. That's towards Cat. Viz gets the flank onto N2O, who's distracted by Ben. It is all PA all the time.
And all the way through. It falls to Laxi. Laxi, not long for this world. That is utter domination. Bits and bursts from Akimbo across both maps. Little strings where we start to believe that they might have something going. But Party Astronauts never leave any doubt about who the dominant team was here.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Fang is, despite the effort by Viz here in the second half, Fang's the MVP here for the Party Astronauts. 26 in map 1, 25 in map number 3. I think his average damage per round over the 2 maps was 130. Unreal stuff. Popping off for his team up against the squad that you kind of need those performances against, because if you don't get it, then Akimbo can really start to put the pressure on and run you over instead.
Yeah, this was utter domination from Fang, right? In particular, in that first half, we saw it just running them down, taking the fight to them constantly, dominating at every turn. It's a very impressive start for Party Astronauts. If we think about the standings of this season in particular, with some of the other competitors, with your wildcards, your M80s not participating this season, you're looking at a Party Astronauts to step up. You're looking at an NRG, you're looking at a Legacy. This is one of the teams that should realistically be one of the big 3 or 4 standing at the end of the season. And for Party Astronauts, for a team that's sort of been out of the conversation in North America for a while now, I think it's time for them to put a statement on. I think with this 5, they can really re-enter it and make themselves known, make themselves respected once again.
No, I do agree. And I think Walco as a rifler, supporting rifler coming through here, it's looking good so far. Not to mention he's another voice on the team that I think was kind of desperately needed because he didn't really have anyone else that really is going to speak up outside of Ben Leet. Now Walco, having done so much work in terms of IGL duty throughout his previous rosters, can come in and mid-round call or just, be able to speak up when things might not be going well, which will help them immensely.
Should do. Should do. Well, thank you for joining us. This has been a pleasure to kick off another ESL Challenger League season here in season 49. It's been our pleasure bringing this. I'm Darth Mike.
Yeah.
This is JRT, and we're signing off. We'll see you tomorrow night for more ECL action. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Think you've seen it all? With Faceit Watch's Point of View Selector, you can experience the game from any pro's perspective. Use the multi-view feature and customize the stream with up to 4 angles. Control what points you see while earning rewards. Drops are activated and lucky winners will receive Faceit points. And if you ever miss a match, VODs are now available. Get instant access to demos with multiple POVs and commentary. Watch it, control it, face it.